Alright, looks like I'm all good to go. Alright, hello everyone, Speedrunner 0-18 here, back again with another stream. Today we'll be doing my optimized Mew and Celebi runs. They're all finished routing, all good to go, since I won't be putting them in their own video, because it seems like a lot of my redos that I release seem to do pretty poorly. I don't want to put in all the work just for them to suck. You know what I mean? So, excuse my cough there. So yeah, I'm going to be re-releasing Shedinja and Wobbuffet, because a lot of you guys seem to be excited about it. Because that poll, when I asked who do you think would win in a race, it got more votes than any of my other community polls combined, at 115. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are excited for it. So I'm gonna release that video, Shedinja versus Wobbuffet, and then every other redo, it's gonna get thrown in there somewhere. Okay. So with that out of the way, I think we can just get started. Hotkeys are all good to go. I already checked everything. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, now to start the music. Okay. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, spam pound. Oh, for some reason my PowerPoints aren't showing. I may need to refresh that. Let me fix that. Okay, there we go. Sometimes my HTMLs just choose not to work. It's weird, but eh. Also, Mew and Celebi are both going to be very easy. They both have a base stat total of 600 with 100 in every single stat, so you can run Mew and Celebi however you want. So, yeah, plus they both, I think they're in the medium slow group, I believe, because they level up just as quickly as, like, the starters do. I'm pretty sure they're medium slow. Yeah, most legendaries are in the slow level up group, so this is going to be super easy. Plus, yeah, I did start the stream a little bit early, but not a big deal. Alright, now to go catch Pidgey and Rattata for HMs. So yeah, as you can tell, Brock is definitely going to be a challenge, because Mew only starts with Pound and Transform. So it's going to be quite tricky. But I already have this routed ahead of time, so I know what to do. I still need to be careful with these bug catchers, though, because the ones with Weedle, they just love to poison you. Especially since, well, they don't have poison point, so it's not as bad as it could be, but still, I do not want to get poisoned. Yeah, anyway, look how fast Mew's leveling up. It's nuts how fast it's leveling up. I do have to do a bit of grinding in the forest, but due to Mew's experience group, it should be really easy. Oh hey, Batel the assistant, how you doing? I think this is my first time successfully streaming a optimized playthrough on YouTube, so I'll see how well it goes. And I'm poisoned. But at least it was on the second Weedle, so I have less turns to go through. Yeah, last time I tried to stream to YouTube, the internet just had a heart attack that day. I don't know what, but it failed. Okay, let's see. Alright, now the only other bug catcher with a Weedle is the final one, so I get a little break. Man, when Shedinja vs. Wobbuffet comes out, it's probably going to be my biggest video project ever. Like, it's just going to be massive. Not only the fact that those two Pokemon were probably the longest runs I've ever done in this game, I'm also going to be throwing in all the other Pokemon. Just scatter them in here and there. It's kind of similar to what Van Man did in his Ponyta run. He just sprinkled in his other redos by basically saying they were mostly the same strategy. But he still occasionally talked about them. Do I need to heal? Not really. Yeah, I still haven't gotten over this cough. It's mostly better from yesterday. That's why I'm trying to avoid doing any voiceovers. Because it'll just sound bad. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be very interesting. I honestly just can't wait to be done with the redo so I can move on to new games. Because I really want to release, like, videos in the newer games, but I gotta go through this first. So I just have to grind to level 16. Even though it's not a damage rounding threshold like 15, the reason I need to be 16 specifically is so I have a little bit of extra HP for the Onix. Because the plan is to spam Pound on the Geodude and then transform on the Onix to copy its bind attack, which will be pretty helpful in dealing chip damage as well as Rock Tomb. But what I've noticed is that at 15... I don't have enough HP, but at 16 I have barely enough. So that's the reason for 16. Yeah, the newer games are a lot slower than the old ones. That is true. Yep, and I don't mind doing Mew and Celebi in one stream because they're both going to be very quick, with the exception of this Mew grind. Huh. If you look at my stats, since Mew has 100 in everything, you can tell what nature I have. Plus attack minus special defense, because everything else is 37. Both Mew and Celebi are going for the same nature, plus attack minus special defense, because Mew's only special defense weakness is Dark. You're not going to be seeing many of those. And, I'll be getting Calm Mind later to boost my special moves. So I won't have anything to boost physical moves, so I figured this was the best nature. I'm not fighting you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to heal the center. Because I'm not gonna have enough pound. Yeah. Yeah, Dark is special in this gen. Ghost and Bug are physical. Honestly, though, Pound is a lot better than Tackle. Pound has 5 more base power, and it's 100% accurate, too. Although in newer games, Tackle is actually better because they boosted it to 50 base power, 100% accuracy. So they made Tackle a lot better. Especially when used by a normal type. Oh boy. It'd be an effective 75 base power move. Yeah, it's true. I am not fighting Pikachu, because I do not want to deal with the risk of static. Okay. Alright, grinding's done. Yeah, I better. Alright, now for Brock. Yeah, Tackle's power in the newer games is definitely insane, especially with the normal type. Thanks for the luck. Oh, hey, D1, D016, how's it going? Yeah, I'm going pretty good. Just finished grinding with Mew to level 16 for this fight. Alright, now I transform. I'm going to prioritize setting up a bind for the chip damage. Because the chip damage is going to be really helpful. Yeah, I hate how inaccurate bind is. Oh, you had a job interview. That's good. Hope you get the job. Oh, I'm out of rock tombs. Alright, got the final bind in. Huh, I didn't even need struggle. Yeah, bind has seen better days. Oh. Hold up a minute. Forgot to turn on the global hotkeys in OBS again. My bad. There we go. Alright. Go to the mart. I'm gonna sell that. And, 4 potions. 3, 3, 4. Yeah, sorry if you hear that fan. I need to get a quieter fan for my computer. Alright, so with Brock out of the way, the rest of the game's going to be incredibly easy. Also, just a note, I play my runs a bit differently from Scott's. I do GBA games at 3 times speed, because I think 4 times is just too fast. I do Game Boy at 4 times, everything else will be 3 times. Oh, get out, nope, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely be using Water Pulse. Do I heal here? No, I don't. Alright, get the rare candy. I play at single speed and turbo when I need to. Yeah, turbo is a godsend. Oop. Alright. Yeah, I know, right? Although I am planning to go back to 1 time speed once I start speedrunning again, but I just gotta find the right time to do it. Because I really do want to start doing it. I miss it. I better save, because the super nerd can be a pain. And I'm poisoned. That's so funny. Mew's synchronized tries to poison the opponent, but it can't work. I think that happens almost the entire time. Maybe with the exception of Surge's Raichu using Thunder Wave, because electric types can still be hit with Thunder Wave in this game. But that's about it. And good news, since I learned Mega Punch, I don't need to use the move tutor. It's fine that Mew fainted from poison. As long as it doesn't happen in battle, it doesn't count as a reset. I allow it. Alright. Okay, I do the gym first. Let's see. Does transform remove the... That's a good question. I have no idea. I would assume not. I don't think it would. Alright, Bullet Seed. Person Berry. Alright, don't go in heal range. Thank you. There we go. Alright, teach Water Pulse over Bullet Seed. Rare Candy, Rival 2. Okay. Antidotes. Alright, Pound into Mega Punch. And, of course, I get hit with Sand Attack. That's good. I meant not really. At least I have Water Pulse for the Charmander now. Okay. Pound. There we go. Water Pulse the Sandshrew, and then Pound on everything else. Actually, no, I'm supposed to use Continue Water Pulse. Oops. My bad. Oh, you finally evolved your Hakmowo? Oh, that's nice. Good for you. You know, this game just is not friendly to physical attackers at all due to how many Pokemon have Intimidate. Like, as far as I'm aware, there is not an ability that lowers the opponent's special attack when entering battle, unless they introduced one that I don't know about. But yeah, just so many things have Intimidate. Nope, turn away. There we go. Alright, I will be getting Secret Power because I need a better physical move than Pound. Need a better one. Alright, teach Secret Power over Pound. Yeah, I'm really glad they put that move there in the remakes. It does make Misty really easy if a Pokemon doesn't have a good move for her, because Secret Power is a pretty good physical move. Okay. Yeah, Secret Power for now is really good, especially with status conditions. Because in the grassy overworld and in buildings, it has a chance to paralyze. In caves, it has a chance to flinch. And I'm not sure what the other ones are. Oh yeah, I'll also be doing round 2 for both of them in the stream. Yeah, I did not route out round 2 either. I never routed out because I liked it to be a surprise. Alright, just in case I need it, since this is the official playthrough, I'm going to get rest. Because in my Meryl video, I really regretted not picking it up. Yeah, it messes with the AI a lot. So yeah, from now on, when I do a playthrough, even if I don't need it, I get rest just in case I need it for the second round. Because I do not want that to happen again. Okay. Mega Punch. It's a range at this level, if I even hit it. And I missed it, of course. Really? You know what's funny? In his Charmander team, his Charmeleon has Smokescreen, his Kadabra has Kinesis, and his Pidgeotto has Sand Attack. Like, the rival just loves to be a butt. Huh. Yep. Okay. Alright, cut and dig to Rattata. And the trash can puzzle's automatically solved for me. What do I do on Tucker? Water Pulse. Right. Water Pulse. See, that's one of the only times Synchronize is going to work. It will help with Surge, but it's not like the winning factor or anything. No static. Dang it. Secret power. Oh, that did more than I thought. I'll just use that again. Ha, Victory Gym Battle theme plays. That's good timing. Okay. Do I heal? No, I don't. Alright, Shockwave over Transform. Oops. Mega Punch. And Mega Punch. Really? That's annoying. Really? It missed on both Bellsprout. Just in case I need it. See, Synchronize didn't even work. Alright, I need to heal. Am I out of antidotes? Oh no, I have some here. Alright, Water Pulse the Cubone, and then Shockwave the Slowpoke. No, I'm not learning Metronome. Mega Punch. Because Secret Power will not KO these things. Yeah, I know, right? It only really worked on Surge. Yeah, once in a while it has to work for like 30% of the time. Yeah, no kidding. Alright, I gotta be careful. This guy... He's a spinner that's in the dark. Like, he's really difficult to skip. Oops. Okay, time for the rocket hideout. Alright, get the nugget. Okay, calcium. Man, Mew is such a frickin' powerhouse. And pretty soon we're going to get access to Mew's most powerful moves, Psychic. Oh, what? Oh, no wonder I wasn't doing much damage. I was using Secret Power. I was supposed to use Water Pulse. Yeah, I know. Every move in the game. Alright, so Water Pulse the Onyx. Alright, Kangaskhan. We're going to be using Secret Power, hope for some paralysis. Nice. Yeah, Giovanni's usually pretty difficult for a lot of Pokemon, but not Mew. I would use one-hit KO moves. Yeah, but you'd have to use an X accuracy first. You know, one-hit KO moves were actually made better in this game. You can see an example of it in my Celio video. But basically, I think this started in Gen 2, or it might have been Gen 3, I'm not sure. It was when they changed it to where you have to outspeed the opponent in order to even use the one-hit KO move. For every level higher you are than the opponent, it adds 1% of accuracy. So if you're 20 levels higher than the opponent, Sheer Cold becomes a 50-50 chance. So if you have to over-level and you have a one-hit KO move, then you have a 1 in 2 chance of landing it. So yeah, it's actually pretty good. I remember with Celio had to rely on Sheer Cold to take out Lorelei, because otherwise it was going to take forever. So yeah, that was pretty fun. Okay, what do I buy here? Sell the Nugget. Buy 10 Super Repels. And 2 proteins. Huh, maybe that'll work. Or does it have to be their original speed? Nah, I don't think so. I think it just has to be their current speed. Okay. Yeah, you can do any move combination with this thing. It's that versatile. And Horn Drill. Oh, that'll be funny. Actually, hold up. No. In modern games, you don't need to outspeed. You gotta be a higher level. In Gen 1, it was outspeed. But in modern games, it has to be a higher level. So yeah, I kind of mixed it up a little. Yeah, Gen 2. Couldn't remember if it was Gen 2 or Gen 3. Forgot to use my proteins. Running with a set like this in Gen 1 would be funny with my rules. Yeah, it would be pretty funny. I'm enjoying this a bit too much, actually. Yeah, another good thing with Secret Power, it makes a really good coverage move for a lot of weak Pokemon. No super effective or not very effective text to save time, just spam Secret Power. Alright, now I need Return. I don't teach it yet. Yeah, I don't think I need Double Team for round 2, but I just get it just in case. Alright. First stop on the itinerary is Silphco. Now we can finally get Psychic. Alright, now I need the PP up. Alright, what other items do I need? Nothing else. Just proteins. I'm just getting proteins. I think I've used a total of 5 proteins on Mew so far. Because I really want to build up its attack. Alright, now I use 6 rare candies to level 43. Since I'm using rare candies super early, you can tell I'm not going to be doing any trainer grinding. Because if I was, I would not be using rare candies this early. The reason I have to be 43 is because this Gyarados is a range at this level. And I missed it. It's not a big deal, it's just this is the first level where I have a chance to hit it, to kill it. So that's the reason I go for 43. Oh, thank goodness that missed. It's not the end of the world, but it'd be quite annoying. Oh look, Synchronize worked. What do you know? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I was supposed to teach Return. I just forgot to write it in my notes. Oops. I'll do it right now. Alright, I'll fix that. Yeah, better late than never. I'm gonna save here because Giovanni can still be a troll with poisoning me or Nidoqueen paralyzing me with Body Slam. Now I need the rare candy on the 10th floor. I'm not getting the Carbos because my speed is already so high. Okay, I need to heal. Oh wait, I was supposed to use Psychic on that. Calm Mind over Water Pulse, because I don't need it anymore. Next, we're going to Celadon. And I'm not getting the coin case because we don't need anything from the game corner today. Because there are powerful TMs there, and I do have a route to get the money pretty quickly, but like I said, I just don't need anything. The moves I have will do. There we go. Gotta get, as Gym Leader Matt would say, some sody pop. Huh. There we go. That's better. Wait a minute. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, no, never mind. I'm not... I was gonna say I forgot to nickname my HM users, and then I realized I'm not supposed to do that. So it would have been a waste of time if I actually did do that. Everything is a one-hit. Actually, I don't know if the wheezing was a one-hit. It did crit. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Man, I really hate how they put those islands there. Really? Turn, frame, and counter. Alright, do I need the Braden Rare Candy? No, I don't. Because the rare candy in here is guarded by Scientist Braden. So that I call it the Braden Candy. But nope, I don't need it today. Alright, I need to Ether Scyther. I meant Psychic. Now to go battle Blaine. I would love to have the original design of the lake. Lake. Not sure what you mean by the lake. Trying to think of what lake you're talking about. Oh, you mean like the ocean? Yeah, it would look pretty cool. Because the Gen 1 version's all simple and square. Alright, so I need to use 3 Calm Mines. I can't use more than 3 because the AI, if you have, like, tons of stats set up, I think the minimum is 3, it'll prioritize using Roar. Alright, special is up. And, since we don't need any more rare candies than the ones, like, that are in my way, I'm gonna be saying no to Bill. Sorry, Bill. No date to the Sevi Islands this time. It could get rid of your boosts, basically. There we go. Oh, yeah, it would get rid of my boosts and just be a waste of time. And you know what I just found out today from, routing out, Entei? Whirlwind and Roar, you're not protected from those moves if you're behind a substitute. If you're behind substitute, you can still get roared. That is so stupid. So even with substitute, you are not safe on like the champion's Pidgeot to set up. Because it only has one attacking move, Aerial Ace. You can still get Whirlwinded. That is nuts. I don't know if that was ever changed. I have to look that up. I'm just glad they made a substitute a move tutor in this game, and almost every Pokemon can learn it. Like, if this were, like, any other game, like Gen 3 or something, like Pokemon Emerald or Sapphire, like, almost nothing learns substitute. For a lot of Pokemon, the only way to get them with substitute is to have them from Fire Red or Leaf Green, and they know substitute from the tutor. So I'm really glad they had the move tutor. Do I need Ancient Power? No, I do not. I know for Celebi I do, but not Mew. Alright, let me make sure I'm all healed up. I need the elixir. Man, I have not had a single reset so far. Could this be my first run I get no resets? Oh wait, this might be one. I wasn't supposed to use Calm Mind. So now some things are going to outspeed me, but it'll be fine. Okay, at least I still outspeed the Nidoqueen. Not the Nidoking. Because my speed right now is 77. And there's the Rhyhorn that used to be a Rhydon. I have no idea why they got rid of his Rhydon. Like, that's a terrible design choice. To give him 2 Rhyhorns, like, that was a terrible idea. I mean, he'd still be easy anyway, but still. Okay. Super Potion. Sometimes my HTMLs are a little slow. That doesn't matter. Shockwave. Psychic, because there's no super effective text, so it saves time. Here's the thing, it's like a speedrun mindset. If you have a move that is neutral damage, but it'll still kill the opponent, use that over a super effective move, just because there's no text. I know on 3 times speed it won't make much of a difference, but I like to think it does. Alright, in the remakes, they added encounters in the water on this route. In Gen 1, this water has no encounters. That's something I learned from Steve M Plays. Also, congrats to him for getting to 1,000 subs. Yeah, you're welcome. Do I get the rare candy here? Skip the candy. Okay. Yeah, Steve makes really good videos. Yeah, he and I are working together in the background to help each other grow. We're kind of like business partners. Like, he was the one that taught me to utilize YouTube Shorts. He was the one that started it. He was the one who did all the research. He just gave me his notes. And they seem to be working out for me. I'm almost at 800. Oh, damn it. Oh my god. Yeah, shorts are kind of overpowered. Especially if you make them nice and engaging. This fight, is gonna waste a little bit of time. Oh, really? This is gonna be annoying. Yeah, he even taught me this trick to make a ton of shorts at once. Like, it's pretty overpowered, that trick he taught me. Yeah, the last couple of days, the shorts haven't been too good for me. YouTube Shorts seem to have random days where some days it's really good, some days it's bad. So far today, it's been bad. Like, two of the shorts that have published today are under 30 views. But the day before, or the other day, 2 of them hit over 1,000, so it's quite random. I guess it just depends on the competition that day. Okay, heal at the center. Buy 4 full restores. Use all my rare candies. And a PP up on Psychic. Equip Chestoberry. It's really helpful to give a Chestoberry for Lorelei if you can't take out her Jinx in one hit. Hold up. That's my first reset. I was supposed to leave the league for one thing and come back. Oh, wrong town. I need to have the move tutor teach Mew soft-boiled. Yeah, I heard about that, but I'd rather stay off of TikTok. That's just my personal preference. Alright, soft-boiled over return. We don't need you anymore. Really, you had one short with 500 and then one with 10. Yeah, they do be like that. Alright, now I'm ready for the league. 1, 2. Yeah, not many Pokemon can learn the tutor move soft-boiled. It's kind of like Recover, so it's going to be really nice to have. Really? Okay, now to spam Shockwave on everything. Man, that's the first time I've ever made it to the Elite Four in under an hour. And this is on 3 times speed as well. So that's impressive. I don't even know if short is enjoyable or not. Well, I definitely do know, usually the shorter a short is, the better it seems to do in the algorithm. That's what Steve and I have noticed. Because, if you have a 30-second and a 10-second short, and both of them have had someone watch for 5 seconds, one of them will have the watch time at 50%, the other one at like 20% or something. So the one that's 10 seconds seems better. That's... okay. Missed the range on the Hitmonlee. Not a big deal. Yeah, it all has to do with percentages. But still, you can't control what the algorithm does. It's just, it helps. Alright, spam Psychic. Psychic without Calm Minds will one-shot everything. But I do need to Shockwave the Golbat because I'm apparently 1 Psychic short. I don't know how. Oh, I know how. It's because I missed the range on Hitmonlee. Three subs, that's a good day. Honestly, a day I gain more than 1 sub is a good day. Alright, honestly just 1 sub's good enough for me in a day. Alright, heal to full, elixir. Oh, that's odd. Oh, yeah, never mind. What was I doing again? Oh, right. 1 Calm Mind. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Soft-boiled. It's going to use Hyper Beam. Nope. Oh well. Shockwave the Gyarados, and then Psychic everything else. I think that Aerodactyl's the first thing that outsped me today. You think Mew's going to be faster than Celebi? We'll see, it is pretty tough. Mew had that pretty bad Brock split, but Celebi is going to struggle in the mid-game because of its typing. Plus, it has more weaknesses than Mew, like fire and flying. Charizard. Oop. Max Elixir. Okay. It doesn't matter if I get hit with a sand attack, although I would prefer not, because I still have to use Psychic on the Rhydon. Shockwave never misses, but Psychic can miss. I guess I'll use Shockwave on the Charizard instead of Psychic, since I got hit with Sand Attack. Really? Oh, I know why. A super effective Shockwave has less effective power than a stab Psychic. By like 15. So, yeah. But I don't want to deal with misses and stuff. Shockwave. Alright, Psychic everything else. Nice. Oh, really? Oh, I still have the Chesto Berry. Jerk. Come on. No, do not make this my first real reset. Oh. Oh my god. That's hilarious. 103.56. That could have been Mew's actual first reset. But yeah, Mew basically had 0 resets. That one reset was just because I forgot to get soft-boiled. So yeah, Mew actually made it through with no resets. No deaths. That's impressive. First time that's ever happened. Well, before we move on to Celebi, we gotta do round 2. Alright, I'm gonna need to give myself a complete Pokedex. Because you have to have caught 60 Pokemon to access the second round. But I'm just gonna cheat that in. Let's see, Pokedex, seen all, caught all, save, export. The reason I don't do that Pokedex thing in the main story is because if I were to do that, it would give me access to the leftovers without actually catching things. So that's why I wait till after I finish the run first. Because if I do it during the run, then that's cheating. I realized I forgot to pause the recording when I did that, but oh well. I don't really care. Alright. So since we did not do the Sevi Islands during the main story, we gotta go do that first. Oops. Alright, I'm not going to get the rare candy on Cape Brink because in the post-game, since the round 2 doesn't count towards the time, if I have to grind, I actually have some hacked rare candies in the PC. I'm not allowed to use them till round 2. But if I do come here during the main story, I will get the Cape Brink candy. Because oftentimes, if I have to do like a long trainer grind, I will spend the 4 minutes needed, and I will go do this stuff and get the Cape Brink candy. Because sometimes a Pokemon will take more than 4 minutes to level up once. Oh, I was spamming. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the first slot to stop confusing me. You know, here's a fact. The legendary birds and Mewtwo actually has a different theme from the other legendaries. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's like a different remix of the original battle theme. It's kind of hard to tell unless you listen to them both. Alright, I gotta be careful of this girl because I've had to battle her before because she kept looking down at me. So I'm hoping to avoid her. Alright, here's a max ether. Because in round 2, I am going to need to get some new PowerPoint items. There's a max elixir right down here. It's through these trees. Man, they really did not want you to get that. Alright, we're finished with the first part, now for the second part. This one I have to go to Professor Oak. The second part you have to have caught the 60 Pokemon first. Actually, I'm gonna need to go to Island 3 and purchase some repels. I'm running quite low. These guys are possible to avoid, but it's so difficult to do. I just fight one of them. Like, I have to do it in that spot I'm at, so I can just walk to the left of them. Oh, dang it. There we go. Man, Mew would be screwed if it was fighting a ground dark type. I don't think there is a dark ground type, at least in this game. Oops. Yeah, I've kinda screwed myself here. This is gonna be a slow death. Maybe I can get myself to struggle? I'll try. Jeez, how do you keep critting that move? Does that move have a high crit chance or something? Jeez. Nice. How much PP does Boomerang have? Oh my god! I swear to god that thing must be a high crit move. Because how else do you explain that? Alright, I think it ran out now. That's good. Alright, now I just need to use up my remaining shockwaves, and I can use Struggle. Yeah, that was a completely dumb mistake. There we go. Alright, now to go to 4 Island. Damn it, I always forget it's the top one. And then it's followed by this one. I don't need the Never Melt Ice. Okay, now to dig out and go to 6 Island. Oops. Damn it. I always screw this up. 6 Island. There we go. Alright, these two sprinters are kind of difficult. Alright. Up. Left. Right. Down. The only Sevi Island we don't go to is Sevi Isle 7. 7 Island. It's the only one we don't go to. Although the move tutor for Swords Dance is there, so if I ever wanted to use Swords Dance for round 2, I can go get it. But I still think Mew's going to rely more on special moves. But my attack is still way higher. Plus, Swords Dance raises it by 2 instead of 1. Like it does with Calm Mind. Maybe Mew will be a balanced attacker. I'm definitely going to keep Soft-Boiled, Calm Mind, and Psychic. Maybe I'll get rid of Shockwave for something. Alright, the TM for Sludge Bomb is here. It's a pretty good move. Although, something I realized, the champion's Tyranitar, how am I going to take it down? I'll have to do it with Shockwave. If it was a ground dark type, but it's a rock dark type, not ground, I would have had no move for it. So I would have had to figure something else out. Alright, the next Rocket admin, we're actually going to be facing dark types. Excuse me. Huh. You know, I think every one of the admin's Pokemon have Sludge Bomb. Yeah, the TM you can find here. Because the first admin, I know all of her Pokemon have Sludge Bomb. I guess with the exception of this guy's Houndoom, probably because he can't learn it. Oh yeah, Houndoom is one of the redos coming that's going to be talked about in Shedinja vs. Wobbuffet, so look forward to that. Shockwaves, Psychic. Let's see, do I want to be a physical attacker for the second round? What would I use? Maybe Sludge Bomb? Body Slam? Maybe Body Slam, because I did get rid of Return. So I'm not going to be able to get that back. And then maybe I can keep Psychic, just for, like, any poison types. Okay, back to Vermilion. There we go. A few songs from the Fire Red Leaf Green soundtrack, for some reason, had those songs in them. Don't know why. I skipped them just in case of copyright. I mean, I was never copyrighted on Twitch for them. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that just in case. I might delete them out of the folders. Alright, we need to think about what to do with this. If I were to run a Swords Dance Mew, I could set up a lot faster, but I won't be able to build up my special defense. Or maybe if I get rid of Soft-Boiled, I have Rest. No, don't get rid of rest. Soft-boiled. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Steelix. I would have to take the Steelix down with a not very effective Psychic. Maybe Earthquake? Yeah, I might teach Mew Earthquake. Maybe not Swords Dance, but I will teach it Earthquake. Probably over Shockwave, because I don't think I need Shockwave anymore. It's too weak. Yeah, Earthquake, Psychic, Calm Mind, Soft-boiled. Plus, Earthquake should help with Tyranitar, too. And just a good physical move in general. Alright, let's do it. Oh, wait. Alright, I have... What PP items do I have? 2 Max Ethers and a Max Elixir. I think that should be enough. Yeah, it should be enough. Alright, now to get 4 full restores. Earthquake. Over Shockwave. I think I'll use Shockwave just for Lorelei, then I'll delete it for Earthquake. Should I get the leftovers? What berries do I have? Cheristo, Lumberry, Citrus Berry. You know, I don't think Mew's gonna need the leftovers. Yeah, I'm just gonna go in. I do gotta be careful, the Dewgong does have Signal Beam. Shockwave. Get rid of it. It's a good thing it can never miss. Psychic. Shockwave. Dang it. Alright, I'm gonna use Calm Mind first. Now Shockwave. Really? There we go. Well, that's Mew's first actual reset. Alright, maybe I should use a few more Calm Minds. Wait a minute. I forgot my backup rare candies. Let me go get those. Two, 3, 4. I think 4 should be enough. I'm gonna heal up first. Darn it. Alright, now for Bruno. Time to get rid of Shockwave. Over Shockwave. Yep. Oops. Okay, so Earthquake the Steelix, and then I'm going to set up on one of the Hitmons. Because on the bright side in round 2, none of the Hitmons still have a Rock Tomb. Look at that. Earthquake isn't even a 2-hit. That ain't good. So I guess if I were to do this more optimally, I'd be a slightly higher level than that. Oh my god. Okay. Soft-boiled. 1 Calm Mind. Soft-boiled. Earthquake. I was trying to see if it would kill. It didn't. Alright, Bruno's down. Alright. Psychic? I'm gonna use 1 Calm Mind first. I'm gonna use a soft-boiled. Man, this is annoying. Alright. Arbok. At least it's not one of those... I think this is her only team member I can actually hit with Earthquake. Uh-oh. Come on, hit, otherwise this is a reset. Okay. Alright. I think I'm going to be mostly relying on Psychic and Calm Mind for this, so I'm going to max Ether Psychic. Gotta be careful about the Gyarados, it does have Thunder Wave. But as long as I build up my bulk, I should be fine. Even if I give a Cherry Berry, it's just going to paralyze me again. Oh my god. I'm gonna need to get rid of you right away. Dead. Alright, I'm gonna set up on something else. Two. Psychic. Really? Dude. Alright, this is much safer to set up on. Why did you use Surf? I think it's... maybe it won't use Hyper Beam unless I'm in KO range, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna get rid of that thing before I find out. Fuck. Yeah, Mew just kept getting hit in paralysis. One. And... two. Now to get rid of this thing. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna try giving it the cherry berry. See if it helps. Oh, hey, John Call, bro. How's it going? Yeah, go Mew. This is the first trainer Mew is actually struggling at. It's the second round of Lance. It's all because this Gyarados has Thunder Wave. Psychic. Alright, I'm gonna do one more. Okay, I was worried that was going to be in heal range. Psychic. Maybe I should have used that free turn to set up another Calm Mind. Alright, I'm going to need to heal up, and I'm dead. Man, I wish I still had Shockwave. Maybe Rest instead of Soft Boiled so I can get rid of Paralysis. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to replace Soft Boiled with Rest. See, this is why I got it on the ship. Because once the ship leaves, I can never get that TM back. Okay, come on. Alright, now I'm going to try and set up. Maybe I should have gave Mew the Chesto Berry instead. Maybe. Alright, rest. Oh, my HP's still full. Alright, I guess I can't rest until I get some damage first. That's fine. This thing will definitely damage me. Alright, here's Aerodactyl. $68. Alright, finally past Lance. Alright, now I need the Max Elixir. I still have not used any of my emergency rare candies. That's actually pretty good. Oh, wait a minute. Did I really forget to show the Earth Badge the entire time? Oops. Alright, hopefully a Psychic can kill this. Nope. Ugh. That's kind of an issue. Really, you went for Megahorn this time. Well, that's, better than Rock Tomb. Oh yeah, I'm definitely resting on this. It does have Shadow Ball, but its physical attack is so bad. Look, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna set up with my own Calm Minds, actually. We're both calm, we're both meditating with each other. It's kind of funny. Calm Mind. Rest. Earthquake. Maybe I should have waited till the next opponent. It doesn't matter. Alright, you're dead. Alright, now there's a permanent sandstorm up. Earthquake. Oh, shoot. And I'm dead to the sandstorm. I'm gonna give myself a couple extra levels. Level 70 should do. Okay. Calm Mind. Alright, luckily it missed Rock Tomb, that's good. Earthquake. Earthquake. Ouch. Yeah, the best Pokemon to set up on will probably be the Exeggutor. I think it only has Giga Drain and Psychic. Yeah, there is so much text. Alright, one more Calm Mind and then I gotta rest. Oh, shoot. Come on, Mew, wake up. God damn it. It's hard to find something good to set up on. I may just need to stick to the Alakazam. Fuck off. So, I'm guessing Mega Horn is a range. Calm Mind. Frick. Alright, I'm gonna go up a couple levels. I need to be able to one-shot the Heracross. I'm gonna try 75. Come on, be enough. Shoot. Look, it's still one-hit KOs. Okay then, fine. 78. Here we go. Alright, please be enough. Really? One frickin' HP left. I hate you so much. I'm gonna roll with this. Just roll with it. Will you quit lowering my special defense? Really? Critical hit. Alright, yeah, the Heracross is definitely a range now. That is good. Alright, it's probably gonna heal. So I'm gonna use this chance to rest. Rest. Alright, now Tyranitar. Oh my god. Rest. Okay, yeah, I had to rest. Otherwise I would have died. Alright, luckily it's not going for crunch. Alright, I'm gonna need to use rest on the Exeggutor again. Alright, don't use light screen. Poop. Oh, I'm at +6. It should be fine. Yeah, that sand stream from Tyranitar definitely makes the rest of this battle quite challenging. Because it's just constant chip damage. Although it's on both sides, at least. So I guess Rock, Ground, and Steel types would have an advantage here. Yeah, Psychic should kill it. There we go. Charizard? Yes. Alright. Mew has defeated the Pokemon League, Round 1 and Round 2. It did have to use emergency rare candies, but it did not have to be 100, and it did not need Double Team. So congratulations, Mew. Alright, now for a brief intermission, and as I set up Celebi. I'm gonna have to refresh GameHook. There we go. I don't need to change this base stat total because they both have the same base stat total. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to readjust that. Just making sure it's just right. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to move this manually. Okay. That did not help. No. I'm gonna have it up a bit more. There we go. Now I just need to bring up Celebi's notes. Here we go. I already pre-created the save file for it, so I can just start when I'm ready. I'm gonna restart the music. Okay. Alright, let's see if Celebi can beat Mew's time of, I think it was an hour 3 minutes? Could have been an hour 5, I'm not sure. Alright, let's get to it. 3, 2, 1, go. Celebi's gonna be definitely way easier in the early game. Mostly because of Brock. But in the mid-game, it's definitely gonna struggle. Also, I went with the exact same nature of a Naughty Nature, plus attack minus special defense. And Celebi's ability is Natural Cure. It's quite helpful and competitive, but not in a solo run. When you switch out, all status conditions heal. Or I think they have a chance to heal, or maybe it's guaranteed. It's probably guaranteed. That would only really help if I'm paralyzed and the opponent uses Roar on me. But I rarely see that helping. So, if anyone's still in the chat, who do you think's gonna win? Mew or Celebi? My personal bet's on Celebi, because I think the early game is gonna make up for the mid game. That's my opinion. And don't think I'm biased or anything. Well, yes, I did route them. I also routed it with some cheat codes to help me, like, for convenience sake. Like, I activate a walk through walls cheat, and I use Game Hook all the time to change my moves. So I have no idea what the real time's gonna be. Well, Celebi just defeated a Rattata. Okay, this one should be good. Sometimes Pokemon are so powerful, it's just hard for them to catch things. Alright, we're not going to be fighting any of the optional bug catchers. I always like to get that antidote. Actually, the mid-game was actually quite a struggle to route out with Celebi. But it's definitely going to have a harder one than Mew, mostly because Mew was a lot more defensive because it has less weaknesses. And its weaknesses were pretty uncommon types. But however, since I always face the Charizard team on the rival, for consistency, it's going to really struggle with Charizard. But I tried my best to work around it. But I really think the early game's going to make up for it. So, who do you think's going to win? Mew or Celebi? I think you said it was going to be Mew. I'll try my best to do each Pokemon proud. Like, I'm not going to purposefully screw up one Pokemon to help the other, then I'll just feel bad. Man, it's such a good thing they both have the same experience group. So now it's like an even better comparison. Because now, like, since they have the same base stat total and experience group, the only thing you can compare them with are movesets and types. It would be nice if Celebi started with a grass move, though. Because the only grass moves Celebi can learn that do damage are Giga Drain and Solar Beam, the TM moves. I don't think it learns any damaging grass moves by level up in this game. Let's see, how many potions? 5, 3, 3, 4. Yeah, you can check it if you want. Yeah, I looked up all the moves beforehand, I just can't remember off the top of my head. I remember when I was routing, I was gonna route in Teach Bullet Seed for Misty, and then I realized it doesn't even learn Bullet Seed. Uh-oh. I fought the wrong trainer, and now I'm gonna pay for that. Because now I'm not going to have enough confusion for the next trainer. It's not a big deal, I just have to go heal at the center. I was supposed to fight the last for PP management. Oops, my bad. Oh well, I made mistakes with Mew anyway, so it'll level itself out eventually. Nope, look away. Look away. Dude! Alright, what do I get in here? The rare candy, that's it. Look away. Dude, look away. Thank you. At least my coughs are becoming less violent. That's good. Oh wait, I need to activate my repel. Okay, that guy's defeated. Alright, now we're going to be fighting Rival 2. Yep, and I guess aromatherapy, but that's not a good move either. Okay. So, I do have to heal after this rival battle, depending on how unlucky I get. I need at least 15 confusions for the Nugget Bridge. So I gotta hope that Pidgeotto's nice to me. I need at least 15. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna use Leech Seed on the Abra. Yep, pretty much. Alright, 15 confusion, so I don't need to heal. Alright, I need to heal. Did I get the rare candy? Yes, I did. Hey, I mean, at least Celebi gets a stab move at the start. Mew does not. Mew doesn't get its first stab move until the TM for Psychic. I think that was Mew's only stab move it was ever going to get. Ancient Power? Do I learn this? Can't remember if I do. Oh yeah, I do. Ancient Power over Heal Bell. What I try to do is whenever I learn a new move, I capitalize it in my notes, but that one wasn't capitalized for some reason. Yeah, tomorrow I'm definitely gonna live stream the Johto Beasts. Since they're not getting their own video, I figured that's the least I could do. Yeah, just pound. I mean, I'd prefer pound than tackle. But that's like saying I would prefer a cat turd to a dog turd. They're both bad moves. But at least Pound is 100% accurate, so you don't have to deal with tackle misses. Yep, I just finished routing Entei before doing this stream. I just need to finish routing Suicune. Okay. This guy. Oh, wait. I'm one confusion short. Camper confusion. Uh-huh. Oh, I was supposed to use the elixir. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna have to ancient power the Machop. There we go. Now I need to use the elixir. Okay, elixir. Dude, look away. There we go. I'm pretty good at avoiding that guy. I know Scott really does struggle avoiding him, and I did it first, too. Because you have to do the bag manip twice. Oh, wait a minute. I always forget to do that. I could have my gym badges pull from the mapper, saying, hey, if this badge is obtained, show it. But when I did that with yellow, the gym badges kept flashing in and out when I'd reset, and it would stress my computer out, so I stopped doing it. So I manually put in the badge with a hotkey. It's kind of what I prefer doing. But the disadvantage is, if I forget to do it, it looks kind of ugly. Plus, the stat doesn't update. Alright, Secret Power over Leech Seed. I mean, the Johto Beasts and Mew and Celebi did get their own video on my channel. It's just with my old, outdated rule set. The one where I allowed items in battle. I said this a lot, but I'm just not going to give them a remade video because the remakes I've done have failed pretty bad. Like Meryl, even though it is like at 127 views, it's one of my worst performing videos on the channel. At least in that series. Like the Steve M Plays collab did better than that. And that was actually the worst. I mean, the Kanto Birds redo did do well, but the original one got 3,000 views. And the new one only got 600. Wait a minute. Oh, shoot, I forgot to battle Misty. Man, I'm just not focusing today. Alright. Heal to full, equip Personberry, and then battle Misty. There we go. Alright, now I can go to the SSN. Yeah, I try not to do it either. I just don't want someone to say, oh, Celebi lost the race because you did that one mistake. I mean, most of the time, that one mistake wouldn't have even mattered. Alright. Go to the SS Sand. Heal bed. I'm going to go get rest in case I need it for round 2. Dude, look away. Okay, so while Mew did not need Ancient Power, Celebi does. You know what's funny? In the early to mid game, Celebi is more of a physical attacker. Its only special move right now is its Confusion. The other moves are physical. I mean, what? Oh, I just realized Ancient Power gave me an Omniboost. That's helpful. When I redid Togetic, it's going to be in that Shedinja Wobbuffet run. It actually has to rely on a couple of those Omniboosts. I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate those Pokemon into the video without taking the focus away from Shedinja and Wobbuffet. I guess it'll help that Shedinja had one of the longest Brock splits I've ever seen in my life. I still have not recovered from that. Well, I guess I have, because I'm still doing this stuff. Alright. Cut and dig. You're not sure about the Brock split? Wait a minute. Hold up. Forgot to freeze the trash can puzzle. What makes Shedinja bad? It's in the erratic experience group. I'll just leave it at that. Erratic. The only other erratic Pokemon I've done was Lileep in Emerald, and that run was awful. Alright. Celebi didn't have any resets, did it? No, it did not, because I just reset the reset counter. Because pressing 0 on my keypad does that. Hopefully it did not. Okay. Alright, the gym puzzle should be solved now. There we go. Yeah, thanks to Scott for finding where that part is in the RAM. We did have to, like, figure out, like, exactly how the bit worked, because if you froze it to FF, it actually messed up some other things in the game. Like, hidden items and stuff. But he found out that the perfect number to freeze the value at was 10. Because all that would do is set the trash puzzle and nothing else. Alright, what to do on this fight? Secret power. Yeah, I'll just say it right away. I'm not going to say how long the Shedinja run took. I'll say how long his Brock split was if you want me to. I guess I won't. But then again, I did live stream it on Twitch, so if you were there, it is already spoiled anyway. So I'll just say it. It was over 2.5 hours. 2.5 fucking hours. To level 25. It was one of the worst grinding sessions of my life. It was so long. I actually EV trained Shedinja in its defense, in its speed to the max. Like, I EV trained it. That's how long it took. And it maxed out in EVs too, so it had to fight more than 500 Pokemon. I think maybe during the time Shedinja takes to grind, I'll talk about the other Pokemon. That's probably what I'll do. And there are parts of Wobbuffet that took forever too. Jeez, 2.5 hours. Well, that's bad for Gen 1. What was I doing again? Alright, I don't teach anything. Plus, at least, yeah, confusion, like I said, still really helpful. Yeah, base 35 special was bad. At least in Gen 4, when all punching moves became physical, it became a lot better. Like, it actually does compete with Hitmonlee nowadays, but back then it did not. It doesn't help that Hitmonlee got all the good fighting moves, like jump kick and high jump kick. I think high jump kick was unique to just Hitmonlee. I'm not sure about that. You'd have to fact check me on that one. But I'm pretty sure only Hitmonlee can learn the jump kick and high jump kick. I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's see. Repel. It is? Okay. They should have made some sort of good fighting move for Hitmonchan to be even. Like, I don't know, introduce Dynamic Punch early. Maybe instead of a 50% move... Actually, maybe it could have... That worked. 50%, but it guaranteed confusion, and it got stabbed from it, too. I think that could have helped it put up a competition, although Hitmonlee would still be better. Yeah, I remember somebody once said in Scott's chat, like, imagine if Strength was an 80 base power fighting move instead. A lot of fighting types would do a lot better. At the cost of having an HM move. But here's one thing I don't get. In some Pokemon games with the HM for Rock Climb, why is Rock Climb a normal move? It should have been a rock move. Because it literally has rock in the name. And you're climbing rocks, so shouldn't it be a rock move? I don't know why they liked making HMs just normal and water, flying, and one fighting. And the one that's fighting is just bad. Yeah. I remember when Scott did that Hitmon versus video. Like, everyone knew from the start that Hitmonlee was going to do good, especially with Hitmonchan's Brock split. But with the routing and stuff, it managed to get within 5 minutes of it, which I thought was impressive. Yeah, Rock Smash is bad. You know what's funny? In Pokemon, in the Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald speedruns, you actually teach your Marsh Stomp Rock Smash, but you only use it for one fight. It's to lower the defense of Norman's slacking. But in that game, it was only a chance to lower defense, so it was just a lot of luck involved. That Norman fight in speedruns is really luck dependent. Like, I remember there's this sort of meme in the community. Basically, do not be excited about your run getting a personal best unless you're past Norman first. Like, once you're past Norman, then you can think about the run finishing. Kind of like during the Parasect race, like, once we were past Rival 2, we didn't have to worry until Blaine. Kind of like that. I still have all the footage from the Parasect race. I'm just waiting till I have a date when Scott releases his Parasect race, and then I'm going to start working on mine. Yeah. But I heard in Sapphire he has 2 slacking, but I think in Emerald he just has 1. I may be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. I mean, Pokemon Sapphire is a game I'll be introducing to the channel. It is different enough from Emerald to justify its own videos, mainly because a lot of the gym leaders have different teams. Plus, you face you face only one team. The shorts were worse in the Parasect run. So you have shorts in the Parasect run? Huh. I think I forgot the nugget. Actually, I wasn't supposed to get it. Oh well. Yeah, Mew's definitely doing better than Mew so far. But I don't remember exactly what all the splits were. So, I'm gonna have to wait for the champion fight to finish. But I do wonder who's gonna win. I would be really surprised if Mew ended up winning. I think in my last race, Celebi was the winner. So I'm gonna see who wins this time. Oh, the shorts guy. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Oh, yeah, like, he was one of the worst trainers in the entire run. I mean, Poison and Bug being weak to each other was a double-edged sword. It helped Parasect, but it was also its demise a lot of the time, too. Come on. Ooh, critical hit. Not bad. Alright. Now to get the tea and do some shopping. Will you get out of the way? I hate that Clefairy so much. It just loves to get in the way. Alright, sell the nugget. Oh yeah, the Ekans was bad. Although the Rattata was quite bad too, depending on if it used Quick Attack or Tail Whip. It was honestly worse if it used Tail Whip. Yeah, I buy protein. Yeah, in Pokemon Red speedruns too, that trainer is really difficult, but yeah, both the Rattata and the Ekans were difficult because they could both work together. Like, Rattata could use Tail Whip, then Quick Attack, and Ekans could use Wrap. Like, it was bad. Okay. Now to use the proteins on Celebi. Wait a minute. I gotta teach Shockwave over Confusion. Oh, I was supposed to pick up Aerial Ace. I forgot to write it in my notes. Shockwave over Confusion. I'll be right back. At least Aerial Ace is easy to get. I'm gonna end up wasting a Repel, though. But that's why I buy extra. Here it is. Alright, Aerial Ace over Secret Power. Yeah, I can't wait for that race video to be released. Although I understand why Scott's delaying it, because I'm sure he wasn't too proud of how he did it, but he did promise everybody he would get it out, so it's kind of like he's upset with how it turned out, but at the same time, he knows he promised people to do it, so I understand how he feels about it. But I'm sure he will release it at some point. Because I know he has said he wants to do more races, but he's definitely going to do them differently. Like, I think one of his ideas was instead of a month to do a run, you just get, like, 3 days. Like, hey, the deadline's in 3 days, send me your best run. But we'll see. I definitely plan on hosting one of my own races someday. I would need to create an overlay that other people can use, because they're not going to be able to use this overlay I have. Like, it's not one, like, browser source, it's like 5 million different browser sources. I would have to, like, make my own. Well, yeah, there was somebody who did a run with only Bide. Like, I don't know how insane you have to be to want to do that. But then again, I did Shedinja, so I'm sure I would do a Bide run. Yeah, I'll definitely remember that. Yeah, I think I'll take, like, the HTML that Scott, like, provided us during the race, and I'm just gonna, like, edit it. Like, I'll make my own changes to it, change the images, tinkle with some stuff, and then I'll make some sort of overlay. Probably a basic one. I think I'd want it to be in Pokemon Yellow, maybe. Because that's Gen 1 seems to be the most common game everybody knows. Yeah, maybe I'll do, like, I don't know. You had Rage? Oh my god. I'm really wanting to see what strategy you did to warrant using Rage of all things. Although if you're bulky enough and can take a lot of hits, Rage can help, but you won't be able to use Spore or put anything to sleep. Yeah, I can't wait when Scott does the video, and I'm sure he'll mention it. Unless he only talks about people in the top 3, kind of like he did last time. But we'll see. Alright. Alright. Oh yeah, it badge boosted. That is true, it does do that. But Parasect also got growth in Swords Dance. Oh, you did it for the memes. Yeah, that's what a lot of people did, because they knew they weren't able to get a competitive time, so they were trying to have a contest of who can make the memeiest run of all. Because whoever had the best meme will get in the video. That's why somebody did a Bide run. That's why someone else also did a TAS of it. Someone did a tool-assisted speedrun of Parasect with Scott's rules at 4 times speed, and it got like 33 minutes. Man, imagine trying to find RNG seeds on 4 times speed. That'd be a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. Just in case. Okay, protein. Alright, Celadon. Alright, now we're doing Silphco. Hold up. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take a call. Yeah, thanks to the race, I had the guts to do YouTube. Yeah, I think that's the same for a lot of people in the race. But I know some people in the race who are not going to be making a video on it. They only did it for fun, and that's completely understandable. Because trying to do YouTube and try to make it work, it's like another full-time job. Okay, what do I do here? Get the PP up. Defeat... Oh, I gotta defeat some trainers. Okay. I gotta defeat this Juggler, Scientist Bow, and the Rocket with the Arbok. I mean, Steve, I know, worked very hard to get his channel to where it is, and he's already there now. I'm still working on it. Yeah, I can definitely help you with YouTube stuff if you ever need it. I can tell you some of the tricks Steve taught me. And I realized I should have taught Psychic. Oops. Alright, Paralyze Heal. Yeah, if you ever need it. I can definitely show you that trick that Steve taught me on how to get a lot of shorts out at once. Like, it saves a lot of time. Like, it only took me, like, 2 hours to make, like, 50 shorts. Like, it was insane how fast it was. It does take a lot of work to, like, set everything up, but once it's set up, it saves you a lot. Alright, got Bow. Protein. Now I need the other protein. Now I gotta go to the 7th floor. Seventh floor. Wait, why do I go to the 7th floor? Why did I write that in my notes? Was it to get the calcium here? Like, what? Oh, wait, no, that's just because that's where the rival is. I really should have been more specific about that. Yeah, this is what happens when I'm not clearing my work. Okay, use both proteins, heal to full, all 7 rare candies to level 45. No, I'm not learning Baton Pass. Alright, so this battle is still pretty luck dependent. Like, on Pidgeot, I have to reset if I get hit with a Feather Dance. The main goal, I'm trying to get an Omni Boost. If I don't get an Omni Boost by the time I defeat the Gyarados, which is coming out now, I have to reset. Because I need an Omni Boost to kill the Charizard in one hit. Reset. Because if I don't get the Omni Boost, Ancient Power will never knock it out. But with +1, not +1, but at 0 it will. Because the Gyarados has Intimidate. So if the Gyarados did not have Intimidate, I'd be just fine here. Come on. Dang it. Let's just see if I get a crit. Huh, it's a roll? Whatever, I'll deal with it. I'm guessing it was... Oh my god, I forgot to teach Psychic again. What was I was supposed to teach Psychic over Aerial Ace. Okay, not a big deal. Maybe it turned from a 2-hit KO to a range or something, with all the proteins I got. I don't know. Okay, Paralyze Heal. Alright, teach Psychic before I forget. Wait, what? Okay. So after the rocket grunt, or I was supposed to do it before the rocket grunt, but oh well, it's not a big deal. I can just use psychic. I was supposed to teach water pulse over shockwave. Celebi definitely struggled from 4 move syndrome. Like, it needed a lot of different moves, but I had to struggle to figure out when I teach them. Psychic. Ooh, critical hit. That was usually that was a 2-hit. Alright, Psychic. Water Pulse. Dang it. Oh, never mind. Man, good luck is definitely saving Celebi from a bad time right now. Now I need the 10th floor candy. Alright, heal to full. Max Ether, Ancient Power. Now to go fight Sabrina. Okay. Hopefully I get an Omni Boost. It doesn't really matter if I do or not. Really? Alright, I still win. Teach Calm Mind over Shockwave. That's an error with my notes. I already did teach over Shockwave. Let's see, I still need Water Pulse Psychic. And, I still need oh, okay, I gotta teach over Ancient Power. Okay. So let me fix my notes. Calm Mind over Okay. Okay. Calm Mind over Ancient Power. Now for Koga. Wait, Erica. If you already did Sylph, you gotta do Erica before Koga. Otherwise, you gotta make an extra fly trip in order to get the Boulder Rare Candy. If you don't need the Boulder Rare Candy, then you can do Koga first if you want to. Oh, I was supposed to heal at the center. I'm just gonna use my Ether. I always get an emergency Ether. Here it is. Yeah, Mew and Celebi's routes have been pretty similar in the mid-game so far. Both fought Sylphco and Sabrina 4th as the 4th gym, and then Erica as the 5th, and Koga as the 6th gym. I wonder which of the two will have an easier time in the round 2 of the league. Mew definitely struggled against Lance pretty bad. Well, I guess not pretty bad. It only took 5 resets. Critical hit, nice. Look away. There you go. I'm not healing. Everything is a one-hit with Psychic. So far, Mew and Celebi's route is exactly the same. The only difference is, like, Celebi did have to fight some optional trainers in Sylph to get to level 45 after Rare Candies. It did have to do it. But that's, like, the only difference so far. At least in the mid-game. Alright, now to get the Boulder Candy. Do you hover over there? I hate that island right there. I hate that island so much. I don't need the Braden Rare Candy today, so I'll just skip it. I think I'll get this just in case I need it for round 2. You know, I find it quite funny that Celebi can actually learn Water Pulse. It's a good thing it can. Mew and Celebi learn a lot of the same important moves. Calm Mind, Shockwave, Water Pulse, Psychic. I answered that as no by mistake. Oops. My bad. Yeah, you may think Blaine's going to be pretty difficult due to me being weak to fire. Watch this. 1 Calm Mind. And that's it. No, I am not learning Perish Song. Oh, that burn. Oh my god. That burn's bad. That burn was the only reason I lost. Because the reason 1 Calm Mind is fine is because the Arcanine cannot kill me with a Fire Blast. So it'll heal itself back up, and then I can just take it out with 2 Water Pulses. But that burn was very unlucky. Yeah, Calm Mind is one of the best moves in this game, in my opinion. And it's so nice Sabrina gives that move instead of Psywave. Ugh. Because if I wanted to one-hit KO the Arcanine, I think I would need 3 Calm Minds. So I found this to be better. Alright, and we're not going to go on an island date with Bill, so I'm going to... What? Oh my god. Oh my god, hold on a minute. Yeah, there's some problems with that remaining at 10. Well, I can't fight a trainer to black out, so here's what I'm going to have to do. Yeah, I need to figure something out with that thing. Like, sometimes it closes the gates, sometimes it doesn't. Like, there's just a lot of problems with that property. I'm going to activate a walk through walls cheat just to get out of here, and as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to disable it. 167 DC BA7 F604 FF D2 78 DA 95 DF 44018 CB4. Okay. Alright, let me get the gym badges. Okay, they're all good in order. Alright. Yeah, I need to figure that out. Because that should not have closed some of the gates. It should not have done that. Alright, now I'm going to disable the cheat. What? Oh, hold on. Alright, I think I need to reset it for that to take... What? Hold a fucking minute. That should have disabled it. Alright, I'm gonna have to eliminate the code. Just eliminate it. Delete it. Like, what the hell? It should not be doing that. What if I try flying somewhere? Will that reset it? Oh my god. Now I can't get the cheat to disable. I deleted the frickin' code. This is causing a lot of issues. Like, the code's gone. Like, it shouldn't be doing... Do I need to, like, do a hard reset? Maybe I need to do a hard reset. Not a soft reset, but a hard reset. Alright, menu. Alright, pause. Yeah, hard reset. I'll put that. Let's see if that works. What? What the hell? The cheat's gone. Alright, I'm gonna have to go to the extreme measures now. Exit RetroArch and go back in. Okay, yeah, I had to get out of RetroArch. Okay. Alright, everything's fixed. Okay, everything's fixed. Yeah, it's like, sometimes, like, that code makes those other gates close and I'm literally trapped in. Like, I don't know why it does that. But what I've noticed, if Blaine ever takes a reset, that's when it does it. Like, if Blaine's done on the first try, it doesn't do that. I need to reset. See, I'm definitely going to need to talk to Scott about that. Like, if you save in Blaine's gym and reset, if the value's still at 10, like, some of the gates will actually close. But if you don't reset, then it works fine. I mean, it all has to do with, a lot of the game's flags are actually dynamic memory, so they constantly move. But when you try to freeze a property, it causes some problems. I think what I'll have to do is, before I enter Surge's gym, I'd have to pause the run, change the value to 10 without freezing it, and then it'll be fine. That might be what I'd have to do. So I can't just set it at the start, I'll have to do it during the run. But I'll pause the timer when I do that, so it should be fine. Hold up. There we go. I had to refresh GameHook. Alright, Giovanni is done. Oh yeah, the walk-through walls doesn't work, so I actually have to hard reset the game. Because I have turned off the option to enable a cheat code upon load. So if I just hard reset, the cheat should disable. It's just I was doing a soft reset, not a hard reset. There's actually a difference between the two. Yeah, Celebi's gonna arrive at the league probably around like 4 minutes faster. But I think it is still anyone's race. Alright, do I get the rare candy? Yes, I do. By the way, I had fun in this live stream. Maybe I'll join tomorrow too. I'll need to go to sleep. Well, thank you for sticking around as long as you could. Thank you for that. I'm just going to be wrapping up the Elite Four and then seeing how it does in the second round. There is always the VOD that will stay on YouTube, though. You can always catch up, or just wait for the full video. Shedinja versus Wobbuffet. Alright, I don't need to leave to get soft-boiled or anything. I just go straight into the league. Let's do this. Can Celebi even learn soft-boiled? Dude! Yep, thanks for the luck with the final 5. Well, I immediately got critical hitted with an ice beam. That's nice. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this and then use my 6 Calm Mind on the Cloyster. Maybe 5 is all I need? Mew's first runtime, it was either an hour 3 or an hour... It was an hour 3 something. Can't remember the exact second. Celebi entered the league around 4 minutes faster so far. But Celebi is definitely struggling against Lorelei now. Oh, I forgot to equip the Lumberry. Alright, let me try that again. Three. Just don't freeze me, please. Five. I'm gonna go ahead for that little bit of extra health. Psychic. A +5 will kill that thing. Not the Slowbro, though. Wait a minute, I have Recover. What am I doing? Alright, it's not good that I already used up the Lumberry on Slowbro. I was supposed to save that for Jinx. Shoot. Wake up. Jeez. Alright, Lorelei's down. Okay, let's see. Full restore. Bruno. Calm Mind. If I got hit with Rock Tomb, it actually doesn't matter because the only thing that'll outspeed me is the Hitmonlee. You love watching me and Scott's thoughts. Oh, thank you for that. Appreciate it. It's nice being compared to someone like him. It's actually pretty nice. Yeah, Scott's content's pretty amazing. There we go. Alright, do I have an elixir? Yes, I do. Elixir. Here it is. Man, this race is going to be pretty dang close. Because Mew did not struggle against anyone in the league. Celebi struggled against Lorelei. Alright, I don't need Calm Mind, just spam Psychic. Yeah, this will be pretty close. I would probably have to re-watch the Mew recording I have to see what its time is exactly so I can determine a winner. Oh, I just realized I have some rare candies I never used. I'll use them after Lance. One, two, three. Recover. 4. Oh, you saw me from Porygon. That's nice to hear. Yeah, I'll be in his Parasect race whenever it comes out. Alright, time for the champion. Alright, I'm going to use them all right now. Max Elixir. Okay. Psychic right away, no sand attack. Damn it. Well, that's something I'm gonna have to deal with. Now I need to... Oops. Now I need to completely set up. Four. 5. Recover. 6. Alright, all set up. Now just begin the sweep. Recover first. Alright, let's do this. Go. What? Oh, no. Come on, Sand Attack. Don't be the cause of my death. Yeah, Van Man's in it, too. There's actually a lot more people in the race than last time. So I'm sure more people are going to get featured. There's also a lot of other content creators in it, too. Like, I know Gym Leader Matt's going to be in there, too. Alright, and 103.03. I'm going to have to look back in the Mew video and see who won, because they were both in the 103 range. So, that was almost a tie. But I actually think if Celebi had less resets, it could have won, but some of the fights Celebi definitely struggles at that Mew does not. So I think the race still goes to whoever wins this. Alright, I'm gonna save right here to prepare to change my save file so I can do round 2. Alright. Celebi. Here it is. Pokedex complete. Export save. Alright. Celebi's time was 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 3 seconds. I'm gonna go see what Mew's was. I have the recording on my computer. Let me look at it. Here it is. Let's see. It was an hour 3:56. Celebi won the race. Barely. Just barely. It was like under a minute. Well, Celebi's the winner. Even with all those resets. That's impressive. Alright, now I need to refresh Game Hook, and let's get started with the second round. Okay. Okay, the recording's still going. Alright. I'm gonna withdraw my emergency rare candies for the second round. This is just because in the second round, since Celebi is already timed, it is the winner of the race. It's just if I have to grind for the second round, I can just use the candies to save time. But I keep them in the PC so I don't touch them. (103.03 to 103.56). So Celebi won the race by 53 seconds. So yeah, it was super close. I mean, that's just proof that Celebi deserves to be the winner. What optimizes the run? Definitely saving your rare candies for when you need it. Like, if I had to do a grind, there's this one trainer I grind on Route 12 with the Versus Seeker. He gives around 4,000 experience every time you fight him, and he has easy Pokemon. Like, if I have to do a grind to be, like, 75 before the league, I will not use any rare candies and save them for that grind alone. Like, there are Pokemon that had to do those kind of grinds, but still got times of, like, hour 20 minutes. Even though they had to do grinds. So yeah, it's definitely saving rare candies. Also, what I would do, there's a rare candy on Cape Brink on Island 2. I'm not going to get it now because it's already the post-game, but if this was the main story, I would say yes to Bill, and then I would come here, spend 4 minutes doing the side quest just to get the rare candy. Because sometimes it can take more than 4 minutes to get one level, so it can help you save time depending on who you're using. Max Ether. Oh, my Repel ran out. I didn't even notice. Alright, I'm gonna need to buy more. I know Scott has that, like, he has an XP router for Gens 1 and 2. That's how he's able to optimize his runs. I don't use that software. I just do the old school way, which is just testing things myself. I think it's just more fun that way. But I understand why he does it. Alright, now to do part 2 of the Celebi Islands. This is the part where you have to have caught the 60 Pokemon and beat the champion first. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I see what I did wrong. I have to talk to Professor Oak first. Yeah, it definitely brought back a lot of nostalgic memories when I did round 2 for the first time in, I think it was the Swinub video. That was the first time I actually did it. It definitely brought it back, because I actually forgot what kind of teams they had. Okay, now I gotta go talk to Celio. Hold up. I need repels. Of these 3 islands, there's only a Pokemon Mart on Island 3. Well, the other islands do have one too, I think except Island 5. But, yeah. Okay. Oh, shoot. Alright, I actually hate this water out here. That guy is oftentimes pretty hard to avoid. And then there's another spinner up here. Yeah, every game I'm doing from now on is going to include some form of bonus content. Most commonly, it's going to be like the second round of the Elite Four. In Pokemon Yellow, it's doing the Professor Oak and Mewtwo battle. Plus, there's this one game I'm going to be introducing to the series sometime this year. I can't give you an exact date, but as soon as I introduce that game, it's going to introduce a side series, too, that I want to do. I don't want to ruin the surprise. It's not going to be bonus content for that one game. It's going to be a side series. Alright, Island 4 next. Yeah, I really want to start doing the new games. That's why I'm working to get these redos done as quick as I can. I was going to release them all as separate videos. I already released a separate video for Meryl recently, but it performed terribly. It's one of my worst performing videos. I think it's because people knew it was a redo. So I'm just going to release Shedinja vs. Wobbuffet and just slap everything else into it somehow. Oh, right, dig. Dig. Alright, now Island 6. Really? Hey, look, Meryl. The video that completely bombed. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's going to be a fun release. Up, left, right, down. It's funny, your redo videos, how much your gameplay's changed. Yeah, it definitely changes. Well, what mostly changed was the rule set I play by. Because back then, I actually allowed items. I don't do it anymore, though. I need to delete those songs. Look away. Really? Slowpoke, get out of here. Well, that's funny. Slowpoke right near where the Team Rockets are. Maybe that's where they got the idea for Slowpoke Tails. I'm running quite low on power points. I think I'll use an elixir or something. Max Ether. Yeah, I'll just Max Ether Water Pulse. Damn it. Yeah, X attack and X speeds. Actually, my favorite X item was the Guard Spec. It actually made the Champion's Pidgeot absolutely, irrelevant. Because back then, I was trying to do them like real people would do real speedruns, to see how they would do. But I'm kind of glad I played by this rule set now. I'm sure at some point I'll do, like, custom starter speedruns, which are a real thing. Calm Mind. Water Pulse. Really? Yeah, and I think when I'm done with the redos, with the exception of with a couple exceptions, I might stop doing Leafgreen the rest of the year, just because of how many Pokemon I've done in that game so far. But after these redos, there are 2 brand new videos for this I'd have to make. Smeargle in Leafgreen, because I have to do it as a punishment for losing that race with Steve on his channel with Slowbro. And since I lost in the Cloister race as well, the most voted comment was doing Minun. So I decided to make it Plusle versus Minun. So those are the last ones I gotta do. Although I might delay the Plusle versus Minun one till later. At least until I get one of each of the other games first. Yeah, Plusle versus Minun's gonna be an absolute nightmare. One. Oh, jeez. Alright, I'm gonna need to recover. Jeez. Alright, I'm out of those. Dude. Really? Alright, I think I should be able to knock out the Houndoom in one hit. Nope. Alright, 1 Calm Mind. Jeez. 2. Dude, 2 frickin' crits in a row. Calm Mind. Poison. Of course I'm poisoned. Alright, I think that's, Alright, I'm gonna use another one to make sure the, goal back can be 1 hit. Alright, I'm gonna need to get rid of this. Uh-oh. At least it's not Magikarp or Ditto. Yeah, right. I honestly should just leave and use the center. Because if I had Psychic, this would be fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna go heal at the center. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Water Pulse. Okay. Calm Mind. Spam Psychic. Alright, Sevi Islands is done. Alright, what's going to be my moveset for the league? I'm definitely going to keep Calm Mind, Recover, definitely Psychic, so I might delete Water Pulse with something else. But what? Maybe something to help with the Steelix? Let me look at Celebi's moveset. Let me take a look-see. Celebi moveset, Gen 3. Alright, what do we got? Giga Drain? Maybe Giga Drain. That would definitely help with Lorelei. Shadow Ball? Probably not. Honestly, the best contender is probably Giga Drain. Or I guess Shadow Ball. But yeah, for the ghost types, I've got Psychic. And plus, Giga Drain can be boosted with Calm Mind. It'll help with Tyranitar too, so... Yep, I'll definitely use Giga Drain. Alright, I'm actually going to go over here and get something. I'm going to get the item finder, and I'm going to go get the leftovers, but most importantly, I'm going to go back to Island 2 and get the PP Max. I'm going to need to get rid of this real quick. I'll give that to Celebi. That'll probably help it. To Island. Whoa. Alright. I'm also going to go to the power plant and get an elixir and a max elixir. Because I want to make sure I have enough PP items. Alright, PP max. No, don't use it yet. I'm going to use the PP up on Psychic. I'm going to teach Giga Drain now. Alright, now PP max on Giga Drain, so that'll give it 8 power points. Good enough. Oh, I skipped the elixir. Alright, that's enough of those. Got the leftovers, PP max, used my PP up on Psychic. Alright, let's do this. Round 2. I did have enough money for Shadow Ball, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need it. Alright, I gotta be careful with this. I'm 4 times weak to Bug. How much damage would Signal Beam even do? Huh, that's quite a lot. Alright, I'm gonna use a couple more Calm Minds. Giga Drain. Alright, that's good. I don't have to worry about it anymore. That Dewgon's one of the only Pokemon in the entire game with a terrifying bug move. Plus, at least Celebi gets stabbed from Giga Drain, so it's an effective 90 base power. Giga Drain? Man, I hate how that thing kept Lovely Kiss. Come on, wake up. There we go. That was easy. Alright, now for Bruno. I also could have gotten the Miracle Seed to give it an effective base power of 99, but I don't think it's necessary. I think the leftovers are better. Yeah, I can get away with a setup, because even with a Rock Tomb, I'll still outspeed everything. Yeah, this thing's got decent special defense. Psychic. Giga Drain. Alright, now I'm gonna have to spam Psychic. Alright, hopefully +1's enough. And it is. Alright, now for Agatha. I'm gonna use an elixir. Yeah, I gain health back without recover. That's one of the bright sides. It's not the main reason I'm using Giga Drain, but it's definitely a good side effect. Just one. Yeah, this Mischievous is not part poison, it's pure ghost, so it's not weak to Psychic.